unboxing. Okay, so here's what I got. It's another table easel. I've seen one like this at Hobby Lobby, but it wasn't built as robustly as this. Actually, when I was in the Jerry's Artorama in Arizona, I saw this firsthand, got to put my hands on it, and this was pretty nicely made, and I thought, I'm going to give this a try. But to understand why I bought this, I got to give you a little bit of easel history. First, let's unbox this and take a look. Love the way this is made. Very nice. So they call it oiled beech, I think. Beech is a hardwood, but it's not overly heavy. Seems to be latched down here. And this adjusts the height and the angle. And then you have your canvas or your board holders. Let me let you have a front view. Here's what I've been using. Now, this is fine, and for most work, for most of my smaller work, sketchbook work, things like this, I'm going to continue to use this because I always liked this because it didn't take up a lot of room. There is one reason, and one reason only, that I bought this. Pretty much in my studio here, I don't have room for a floor easel. I've got this one over here which I'm using just for display. It's really a poor easel for actual working. But I debated, and eventually I might still do it. I eventually debated putting a big wooden floor easel over here, but then I'd have to figure out what to do with this. So the one reason that I bought this is this bottom piece that drops below the level of the table. That doesn't seem like a big deal, but for me it's a big deal. That means that when I'm working on a bigger piece like this, I'm going to be able to drop it down like I would a big floor easel and more easily reach the top. And in some cases I may do a painting bigger than this. Usually I don't. Usually this is the biggest. But even with one like this, just being able to drop this below the level of the table is going to be a big deal for me. That just wasn't possible here. And I even modified this a little bit. You can see here I went and routed this out. These actually had stops. It would drop down, and it would drop down all the way to here. But I kept finding myself wishing I could drop it down below the level of the table. The model is called the Renoir. It's really, I can tell it's really nicely made. It's actually a portable easel, and you can, it's got a drawer where you can store supplies. I didn't need this feature at all. In fact, I looked for a model that didn't have that. But the advantage to that is that the base is heavy, so it weights it well. Let me see if I can show you. Let me see if I can show you the full extent that this goes to. And according to the box, it will accommodate or work 34 inches high from here to here. And I can tell you, I never work that big. If I start regularly working that big, I'm going to get a floor easel. I can easily see at eye level, almost just slightly above eye level, and easily paint on the top part of it while still being able to use it as a table easel. And just like with this one, it will accommodate various drawing boards. You can set it there, set it here. This is one of my larger drawing boards. So you can see there, it's no problem. You can see here the it's cut in various grooves. It has a box here. Well, you can rest pieces right on here. It has a groove cut for like a canvas, and then a thinner groove for drawing boards if you want it to hold it tightly. I'm really excited about it. I think it's a good solution to what I was looking for. I bought this completely on my own. No sponsorship, nobody sending it to me for review. But I just thought you'd like to see kind of the evolution of what I've been doing for watercolor. And as long as I'm on the subject, I do a lot of flat painting too. And I have people ask me this a lot. Steve, do you paint flat or do you paint at an angle on an easel? Well, the answer is I do both. Let me move these out of the way. I'll show you the solutions I have for flat painting. I have a variety of things that I do for flat painting. If it's small, you know, I'll usually have something on a drawing board like this, and I usually like just ever so slightly raised surface. This is a little doohickey I came up with. It's just two door stops. For really large paintings, I'll just use a bigger drawing board. And I have about half a dozen different drawing boards. This is actually more of a drawing board, I don't paint on it. Got this piece of styrofoam foam core board, and it props larger boards in 3 different heights. So I just put it down there. So if I have a larger sheet of paper, I'll either go flat on my surface, or I'll put it on this slight incline, which I can adjust up to that kind of a height. This is another solution I have. This is just a lightweight drawing board that I attach a riser to permanently, and I've done a lot of watercolors on this. Here's another solution that I have. This is just another drawing board. This is adjustable. I use this a lot for illustration. My illustration years, I use this a lot for inking. The advantage to it is it has such a large drawing surface. It's like having a drafting table. Now this is a drafting table, but it's not practical to get back there and undo it and lift it up. So I needed something. The only disadvantage to this is it takes up so much table surface. But I used this a lot for pencil drawing and pen and ink work, because I didn't need a lot of extra table space for paints and palette and that sort of thing. So if you're looking for drawing board setups, canvas holder setups, easels, that sort of thing, hope this gives you some ideas. See you in the next video, everyone.